Well, hello, and as the headline says, give me live over scripted any day of the week. Hang on, and I'll tell you why. You can hear my phone making dreadful noises in the background because it's not on silent. Damn it. Um, I am Toni Kenyon. Welcome to my red couch. I chat here about all things romance most Friday afternoons, New Zealand time. And I am a rock star and a billionaire romance writer. And I can't even get my words out at the moment because I've just spent a lot of this afternoon working on some scripted video. And I have to tell you, I would rather do this live stuff 1,000 times over having to sit with scripted video. And I do have a loose script in my head when I come to the couch on a Friday about what I'm going to talk about. But sometimes I get to the end of the segment and I think I should have said this and I should have said that, and why didn't I tell them this? And it's because I didn't have a script, and I've got like little bullet points, and that's fine. But I've just been doing some work with real proper scripts and things because there was a lot of stuff that I needed to make sure that I didn't forget. But boy, it's hard. The concentration levels. And I take my hat off to newsreaders who deal with auto prompts the whole time and are still able to look like they're just chatting away to you, because I don't think I look like that. So there may be a lot more practice in my future to see if I can't get things a little bit better than I got them this afternoon, but we shall see. Anyway, where are we this week? We are at chapter 22 of the King Brothers this week, and I'm talking about it so early because I'm incredibly excited. I'm not excited that I cried when I tried to read it to Kevin, but I'm excited that we have come to the natural end, I think, of the first season. We have got to the end of Dylan and Destiny's story, which means that we have set them up nicely for the story going forward. And what I would like you to do is, if you haven't already, please vote, because you're voting on whose story we are going to be looking at next. So even if you are a few weeks behind and you don't think you'll have time to read this week's chapter or everything to catch up, that's fine. Just go to chapter 22 and hit the vote link, because I need to know from more of you who you want us to go play with next. And the more who vote, the more I've got a really good idea of who it is that you really want me to be looking at, or you want us, the collective us, to be looking at, because the collective us have been writing the story so far for the last 22 weeks. Can you believe it's been that long? And we have been having a lot of fun. But I was quite sad. You know, it was a little bit sad for me because I've grown quite attached to these people, I have to say. I know that they're just a figment of my imagination, but I am rather fond of them, and I do care about them a lot, and I do want nice things to happen to them. And I do want Destiny to redeem herself in the eyes of those of you who don't think she's very redeemable at the moment, but I assure you she is. You've just got to stick with her for a little while longer, but we'll see where we go. And the other thing is, I don't know how many of you I'm getting to on social media anymore. If you're part of the Red Couch group, can you check in? Because I tell you, Facebook have done something to the algorithms and hardly any of you are seeing any of the posts. And I know that that's not because you don't want to see them. I know that that's because they've been mucking around in the back room in there again. So I'm reliant on getting to you by email. So I sent an email out this morning. So you should have an email from me with all of the links for where you need to go to make sure that you tell me who I have to write about for the next 22 weeks. God, it sounds like such a long time, but it goes quite quickly though, doesn't it? Because this has gone quite quickly. So there we are. So that's where we are with the King Brothers. I don't know that I've got a lot else to report other than my incredible frustration at working so hard with you all for us to all be able to connect on social media, and then suddenly realizing that we're not actually connecting at all. And it's got nothing to do with us. It's all about how much Facebook want me to spend making sure that you guys can find me again. So I don't know how we're going to get around that. There's a lot of people struggling with that problem. But really, if you're not on my mailing list, go and join the mailing list. I'll put the link down below. then you will hear from me, because I do email every week, unless I end up in your spam, which, you know, I don't know. Maybe all the planets are still going retrograde and there's nothing I can do about it, but we'll see. I'm doing my best, and I know that you guys are doing your best as well. What else have I been doing? We have paperbacks coming. Can't even get the word out. We have paperbacks coming, and that is good. And I think, I don't know what we do with Create Space either. We've got little things with the margins that they don't like, so that's all being sorted out for me by the person who does all my covers, but we will get there, I promise. And what else have I been doing? The gardening's going well. It's nearly spring. It's not very long now until things are going to start blossoming frantically. I can see the little blossoms coming on my fruit trees, and I have had beautiful guavas this week out of the garden, which I have been mashing up and throwing in my breakfast, and that is just such a delight to be able to go out in the garden and pick my salads at lunchtime and pick my greens in the morning and put them in the blender with the fruit that's come off my trees. It's just, I love it. I absolutely love it. And I don't have a very big garden, but I still have, for the space I've got and the things I've got in here, we've got lots of production. So things are going well there. Freya is just being Freya. She has taken to diving around the house every time we decide to sit down to have something to eat, and the next second the cat is just, I don't know, running up the walls and being a lunatic. But I guess that's the lighter nights coming for us, and I do love her, so she gets forgiven even if she does drive me from the dinner table most nights at the moment, but we're working on that. It's worse than having a toddler, I tell you. And Bruno, well, Bruno is just a golden retriever who is molting. It is vacuum the carpet 3 times a day stuff around here at the moment, and I could knit a jersey out of the hair he is leaving on the carpet. But that's the joy of having a golden retriever. So I do love him, and he is old and he's still pretty wonderful. So yes. So that's about it for me this week. I've probably babbled rather quickly after being on the leash, so to speak, while I was doing my other video work. So let me know what you're doing. Remember, you can find me on YouTube, and some of you have been doing that. There have been little subscribes on the red subscribe button, which is lovely. That might be another way to get to you besides, I don't know, does Facebook own YouTube? It probably does. They're probably all in each other's. Anyway, don't even start me on that. So you can find me there. You know I love the hearts. Tell me what you're doing this weekend. I think that's about it. If you're not on a mailing list, please, 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 please go to my website and get on a mailing list, www.tonikenyon.com. That's where you'll find me. If you're on more than one mailing list, if you're getting 2 emails at a time from me, it's because you've ended up on 2 different lists. That's cool. I love hearing. You probably love hearing from me twice, not. So just unsubscribe from one. I won't be hurt or devastated. It's fine. It's saving you rubbish coming in your inbox. Not that I'm suggesting that my emails are rubbish, but it's saving you extra stuff coming in your inbox. And it saves the chimp charging me twice. So that's always another good thing to do. So, all right. Anyway, have a lovely weekend wherever you are in the world. For those of you in America, all your children have just gone back to school. I hope you mothers are having a nice quiet time, or you grandmothers if you look after your grandchildren. Those of you who have young men and women who have gone to college for the first time this year, I feel your pain. My baby is on the other side of the world at the moment, and it's a very long way away, and I miss him. And if you're watching, Phil, I love you very much. And I will, on that I'm not going to cry note, I will see you all next week. Take care. Thank you for dropping in. Let me know how you're doing. See you soon. Bye-bye.